Hello guys, Freaking Forest 9 here, and today, I want to this video is going to basically explain why I haven't been doing any videos lately. Um, th- 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 it, Let me tell you guys this much. I believe it is now time for us to have a talk about something that's come up, a couple of days ago. See, a couple of days ago, I was told by one of my mods that we lost a member of our family, and by a member of our family, I mean one of our freaks of the night. I don't know where that came from, but anyway, we lost one of our own about uh about a couple of days ago. He was telling me how one of our members of our family, Bella Martinez, uh, passed away um, after she committed suicide. See, and let me tell you guys something. As I've said before, suicide is a very serious topic that I don't allow any jokes involving that kind of thing on my channel. Anybody that does do that on my channel will, long story short, be punished in a very big way. You would basically be in my doghouse if for some fucked up reason a modder did this. But if you was a viewer doing this, then you would be banned because, like I said, I don't support that kind of bullshit. I don't do joking on any kind of level when it comes to suicide. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys a little bit about. Let me tell you guys. This is something that parents should teach their teenagers or their kids if kids are showing signs of depression. And believe me, kids can show signs of depression. I was one of them who, as I was growing up, I too had depression as a kid, and it's a very serious thing to deal with. And people like me, I've managed to live through it, knowing that no matter what happens, life is just gonna go on. No matter what I get depressed about, chances are it's not gonna change anything. So eventually my depression ended, and I'm still the man that everybody's known and loved today. To this day, I know that I've affected so many people in my personal life that would, you know, that 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 gives me love and respect every single day, no matter how no matter how my life is. Everybody's gonna love and respect you. Chances are, but it's people like Bella Martinez who just who just in their mind couldn't take the heat, who thought that suicide would be the best way to go. Unbeknownst to them, first I was thinking it was selfish, but as I was thinking about it more and more, I realized that it's possible that because they're so depressed, because they want to kill themselves, they don't really think about how much of an impact their suicide would make. They don't realize that if they passed away, no matter how they passed away, if they did, it would be it would leave a big hole in their heart, a very big emotional hole in their heart. And some people don't realize that until it's too late and they've already committed the act and it already succeeded in them killing themselves. Now let me tell you guys this much. When it came to Bella Martinez, at first we kind of got off on the wrong foot, but eventually I grew closer with this person through social media on Twitter. She did have a Twitter, but as you can tell, I can't. But then, as I was going on my Twitter, I found out that I couldn't chat with her anymore, and this was after I found out from from one of my mods that she, don't know what the hell that was. Anyway, when I found out through one of my mods that she killed herself, I was shocked. Because just like everybody that I've known, no matter how much I hated them, well, it don't matter how I respect them, how they were toward me. If I felt I would be feeling not so good hearing that somebody that I've known passed away. It's just like how, even though they didn't commit suicide, it's just basically how sad it was when I heard that of my the Valley alumni that I've graduated with passed away earlier this year. But getting back to the topic of depression and suicide, depression, there could be so many different ways when it comes to depression. You could be depressed because you lost a loved one, you lost a family member that you grew close to, you lost a friend that you've grown close to. You could feel depressed about basically anything, even being bullied. And bullying is also one of the top reasons why people are depressed, why some people are depressed, and it leads them to suicidal thoughts, because they feel like, when it comes to bullying, if they just kill themselves, the bullying would just stop right then and there. It would just end all the pain. It would just end all the bullying that they suffered through. For this person, I don't know what they were going through when it came to depression, because I felt like, even if I did try to talk with this person, chances are I probably would not have helped them. As much as I would have loved to help this person go through with it, I felt like I don't know how I would be able to talk to her with the way she was talking. Trust me, there's some people that have some really crazy minds that would be unable to be talked to. Even though she had the way she was talking was like it, I can't say I knew her that personally to say that was the case. But getting back to the topic of depression, when you have one of those reasons, or probably all of them, depending on your lifestyle, depending on who you are, depression eventually could lead to suicidal thoughts, and you would basically be thinking, I'm so depressed. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I can't live because of this, or without this person. I, 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 I just want to join them, because I just can't live without them. You see, the thing is, I feel their pain. I know what it's like to lose a loved one. We all do. Everybody knows what it's like to lose a loved one. Everybody does. But the thing is, let me tell you guys something that my mom once told me when I found out it was sometime after my grandfather passed away almost 10 years ago. My mom told me when I was, like I said, right after my grandfather on my dad's side passed away, she told me, even he may not be here in this world, but he's always going to be in your heart. And you can always, when you go to sleep, you can always visit him in your dreams, tell him about your day, how your day was, who you met, what you've learned in life. You can do anything. And let me tell you, that's what helped me go through with his death. Just that phrase alone has gotten me to cope with his passing. But I know I'm getting way too off topic a couple of times in this video, but let me tell you guys this much. I know what it's like to be depressed. I know what it's like to have suicidal thoughts. But I can't say that I know what it's like to actually try to commit suicide. Because even though I've had thoughts of killing myself, let me tell you guys a story when it came to myself. When I was in, I don't know how old I was. I know I was in my elementary years. But there's a time where, like today, I would help my dad on certain things. But, being a young kid, I don't really know, I don't really, can't really help that too much. But on the times that I've helped, there have been times where I've messed up on something, and he would just constantly yell at me. I'm not even kidding. But the thing was, because of him constantly yelling at me, I, I got depressed. That lowered my self-esteem at best, to the point where I felt like I, even if no matter what I did, I can't do anything right. You know, I can't do anything right. I don't know what I know, I felt like even if I knew what I was doing, I kept feeling like I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna screw it up. I'm gonna mess it up. But then eventually, I realized that the reason why my dad was yelling at me when I was at that age was because he was, motivating me. He was teaching me that you can't be messing up on the job like this. And this is especially true today because I'll talk about that in a later video. What I was about to say is not important. What's important here is about the life lesson on depression and suicide. Let me tell you guys, the best way I could tell you guys to learn about suicide is to read one of my favorite books that I've read when I was in high school. It was called Tears of a Tiger by Sharon M. Dropper. Let me tell you guys this much. I will tell you guys straight up. This would be one of the best books to read if you want to learn about depression and suicide. Because in this book, I'm not going to say any names or the outcome of what happens. But in this book, this one character, a character that we would be following through the whole story up until near the end, of course. He gets involved in a crash that involved other people, other players. He was on a basketball team, I think. He gets in a crash that leaves him and I think two others injured, but it killed the but it kills uh one of them. But I forget his name because it's been a while since I last read the book. But I know some of the details in that story. But throughout the whole story, he's still thinking along the line. He thinks along the lines of, I shouldn't be here. I should have been dead. He's the one. He's the one who should have been alive. I should have been dead. And he follows through with that whole mindset throughout the whole story until it got to the point to where he contemplated committing suicide because of what happened in that crash. I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm not going to spoil anything else after that. But it does end in the most shocking way possible. I'm telling you guys, that book is the best possible way to learn about how people cope through depression and suicide. It's a very good read. I highly, highly recommend reading that book for those of you who want to learn more about depression and suicide. Get an up close point, like a point of view as the character going through this. It's a very good read. Like I said, I've read it. It's a good read, worth the reading. Even if you gotta say books are for nerds, it's still a good read. read it, you will love it, you will thank me later for suggesting it. But anyway, guys, in conclusion of this video, I wanted to let you guys know that we lost one of our members, Bella Martinez, due to suicide. And I felt like, because of that incident, I felt like it was a good idea to talk to you guys, person to person, mano a mano, womano or childo, from man to man, man to woman, man to teenager. I thought it would be the best possible. I figured at best I could give you my best possible way of talking to you guys about suicide and depression. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave a like. You can do whatever you want to this video. I don't know when will be another time I'll be talking about something serious as this. Hopefully never again. Because to me, suicide and depression are topics that, even though it may have sounded like I was a bit of an expert, not too much of one, I never really lived the life of somebody who's had suicide, who's contemplated committing suicide. Believe me, I'm telling you guys the truth to the best of my abilities. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, hopefully it'll be on a much more better note than this video. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this is Freaky Force 9, signing off.